Okay, I'm back. It doesn't sound like it's too bad, so hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, let me know, please. Hopefully I can fix it. But yeah, it really doesn't have anything to do with talent. Like, when people say to me, like, I wish I could sing like you, I tell them, you can. It takes 15,000 hours of practice, working with the best coaches in the world, and willingness to be disciplined, even when you feel like throwing in the towel and like you're trash and that just any negative thought you can think of. Because that's really, like, perseverance is what it's really about. And 99% of it can be taught. And I'm talking about singing. And this goes for really anything. It's not anybody you see that has talent, that's putting their talent out there, it's not because they're just naturally talented and it's just so much better than you. Guess what? They are human beings as well. Did you know? Yeah, they are. Everybody poops. Did you hear that? Everybody poops. Everybody. Yes. So, like, it's not just that they're just like some supernatural person that like can do all these things miraculously and are just like so talented and they don't have to put in any effort. It just comes out like that. No, like, performers rehearse for hours upon hours, weekly if not daily, and put in a lot of time with coaches. Coaches will take you really far. Coaches will take you further faster is the thing. You can, some of the stuff you can learn to do on your own, but a coach is going to take you further and further faster, and they're going to be able to tell you what's going to work for you and what's not. Whereas, like, it's really, really, really hard to do it yourself because your voice resonating inside of your head sounds different because the sound is coming from inside your head than everybody else around you because it's coming outside of your head for them, and so it resonates differently, or it sounds differently. But working with a coach, it's not like I just like came out of the womb singing well. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of natural talent, natural ability there, but like it's been a crap ton of work and a crap ton of tears, a lot, and I mean a lot of tears, a lot of tears, and so many times I wanted to just give up, but I have so much passion for it, and it's something that I just kept coming back to and back to and back to, and just couldn't give it up. So finally I was like, all right, let's pursue this for real now, for realsies. And that process, during that process, there's so many things that go into it. It's not just singing either. It's learning marketing, it's learning sales, it's learning the music business side of it, it's learning how to put out albums, it's learning how to either get with a record label or be indie. There's advantages and disadvantages to both of them. You just have to decide what's best for you. Like, there's just so much that goes into it beyond even just singing. But even if you just focus on the music aspect of it, it's hundreds of hours a month of practicing and working on the craft. And a lot of times people think they're passionate about something but then pursue it professionally as a career and then end up hating what they're doing. So, like, if you're not somebody that's like, I love doing XYZ, whatever, day in and day out, and then think about pursuing it as a career, you might be one of those people that end up in a career that you hate, or that you once loved but that you hate, because it is taxing. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of times where you just don't want to do it. I'm very fortunate that I'm also a content creator, and so I put out a lot of different kinds of content, plus I'm a live streamer, so I have a variety of things, so I'm not burning out on my passion of singing. But like, I had to have very I had a very, very strong why of why I was going after this passion of singing, is because I didn't think that I could. In high school I wanted to be the next Britney Spears, but then like life happened and I stopped pursuing singing for various reasons, and then it got to the point where I just didn't believe that I was good enough. I believed the voices in my head that told me that, whether it was family, friends, whatever, I had a lot of people mocking me and telling me how terrible I was, and instead of like putting support into and encouraging me and believing that I was going to get better and giving me tools to get better, it was a lot of judgment and ridicule and mocking, and I believed that for a really long time. And so when I went to pursue singing again, it was a really difficult road, but it's definitely been worth it, because my biggest passion is you don't have to go through that. I want you to pursue your dreams and not stop like I did. I want you to have tools to be able to pursue your dreams and know how to pursue your dreams. And like, if you have thoughts and questions and suggestions of like how I can help you with that, please let me know. But one of the biggest things is your mindset. Your mindset and your willingness to put the work in, because those are the two things. Like falling in love with the process, the whole process is the biggest bulk of the work. So if you love the process, you're probably not going to burn out. You're going to be able to, it's going to be able to be lasting. So I just totally forgot what I was saying. Doing a podcast on a video is very different than just doing a podcast and like walking and talking to you guys. But that's my biggest passion, is that I can help you guys not suffer the way that I did. And your mindset is a huge part of that. So like doing the personal development is a huge aspect of that. Because if you are one of the rare ones that can get to that point that you want to get to without putting in that mindset work, it's going to be detrimental to your mental health. And that's just not good for you. That's not good for anybody around you. That's not good for you. This is why you see these YouTubers and stuff not happy with their life and end up in dire situations. And it's so sad to me, because there's just so much, there's adversity no matter what you do, but like when you're coming against adversity for the thing that you love doing and that you're putting your heart and soul into, there's just like a new level of being difficult to it. And the other thing is, which is the smaller portion, it is very hard, but it's the smaller portion, is putting in the work. There's so much work that you got to put into if you want to reach a certain level, because everybody who's getting to that level that you want to get to is putting in a crap ton of work, and you have to know what you're willing to do and not willing to do, and your limitations as well. But you also have to be willing to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, that's okay, but don't wish for it. Like, it doesn't do you any good to sit there and wish for something that you don't actually want to work towards. Like, spend your energy putting work into what you actually want to do, instead of wishing you could just magically change your life, because you can't just magically change your life. That's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. So like, that's the biggest thing, is just be willing to put in the work. If you want to wish for something, be willing to put in the work to do it. Because otherwise you just sit there miserable thinking like, oh, I wish I could do this, wish I could do that, and think you have no control over your life. But that's just not true. You have so much control over your life. Yes, there are things that happen in life that you have no control over. Like, you can't control, we all are born and we all die, like, and then there's a few things in the middle too that you can't control. But for the vast majority of us, most of our lives, we have a lot of control over. And I want you to be in control of your life and stop letting these other people, whether it be the government, whether it be other voices in your head, whether it be your own voice in your head, whether it be your job, your situation, whatever it is that you think controls your life, I want you to take the control back, because you do have the power to do that. And like, that's why I'm telling you, like, singing or any other profession out there for that matter, it doesn't matter what it is, it's not talent. It just isn't. And there's very few individuals that get a little bit of a ways on pure talent. Like, that's pretty rare. And even those individuals can't go very far, because they don't know the marketing. They don't know how to go past what their natural talent is. Because the thing with training, I can do opera, I can do pop, I can do contemporary, I can do jazz, I can do just about anything. I refuse to learn metal, but I can do just about anything else because I had training. and that's most singers with training. And like belting, for instance, a lot of people love belting, a lot of people champion belting, and I think it's an important skill to learn. However, it is an advanced skill to learn because it is not an easy thing to do without hurting yourself. Don't try it if you're not trained. Don't do it. Take care of your voice. We don't want no nodes, we don't want no polyps, we don't want none of that stuff. We want vocal health. But like the thing is, it's like those, it's effortless to do, and you're not smashing your vocal cords together. So when you yell, you smash your vocal cords together. That's not what belting is. And when you're trained, you know how to belt without smashing your vocal cords together, and therefore it is effortless and it's pretty easy to do. However, it takes a lot of training to get there. So like that's just one example, but like there's like so many examples of like if you have to learn the skills to be able to get there, to do it without hurting yourself. It's like athletics. Like any athlete would work with a trainer and put a crap ton of work in to get to where they want to go, and work with the trainer so they don't hurt themselves. There was an ant on my water bottle. Speaking of, I have a huge water bottle. I love this thing. But it's just like basically any career you want to do, it's gonna be like athletics. You're gonna have to put the work in, and put the work in to figure out how to do it safely without hurting yourself or burning yourself out, or insert whatever it is here. But like, it's not talent. Like it almost never, like not never, but rarely has anything to do with talent, or at least not much. Most of it is a lot of hard work, a lot of crap ton of work that people don't really show and they don't really talk about. Some people do show a little bit of it, some people do talk about it a little bit, but like it's grueling, and it's many hours a week, and it's just, it's time consuming, it's a lot of effort, and if you're doing it right, you're probably gonna cry a lot. That's just how it is, and it's okay. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. You can do that. But like, I hope this helps. If you have questions, please let me know. I know I kind of like was all over the place, but I just want you to be in control of your life. I really do. I don't want this to be like a motivational speech to be like, oh, I can do anything, and then like 5 days later you forget all about it. I want this to be a moment where you take back the control and the power over your life, because you have it. There are a few things that you can't control in life, and that's okay, but like for the most part, you are able to be in control, and I want you to have that control back. Okay, I love you, believe in you, dream big, and take action.